In this episode, some of the best cars of Las Vegas, the best truck I've ever driven, and pick your supercar. Welcome to episode 175 of the We Are Auto Show. What's up, Derek?
Mr. Michael Rao, you were out in Las Vegas, I believe?
I was in Lost Vegas.
Did you get found?
I actually almost got lost in Las Vegas.
Uh-oh.
Wandering in those hotels and casinos is a maze.
It's big.
Did you remember that from when you were there? Like, you walk through and you're like, where the hell do I get out of here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, I think, purposefully confusing to keep you in, right?
Yeah, the carpets are purposefully confusing. There's not a clock inside, so you lose track of time. Yep. Did you know they actually also pump in fresh oxygen? Mm-hmm. Keep you awake?
Crazy.
Lots of mind games.
Yeah, a little shady, but that is the way of the casinos. Nothing new. How was your trip?
It was good. I really didn't lose a whole lot of money. I mean, I lost some money because I did play a little bit, but not a whole lot. I figured I'd do the stereotypical Vegas gamble thing. I really only gambled like $100, so not a whole lot of money.
Whatever.
But it's just like, okay, I've been there, I've done that. I got the T-shirt. But let's talk about the cars.
Yeah.
Because I was in Vegas for almost a week, and I got to see some cars in Vegas. And I'm thinking about the car scene in Vegas. When you were in Vegas, you were there around SEMA, weren't you?
Yeah.
So you didn't really get to get a grasp of what the Vegas car scene actually would be, right? Because it's just crazy. It's all cars. It
was chaos.
Yeah. So going in the last week of January, first week of February, it's not really a car event kind of time of year, right? So I got to see more what locals are driving. And Vegas has a decent car scene.
Really?
Yeah, seems like it. While we were out and about, we did rent a car for a couple days. So we did putz around a little bit. And got to see like a BMW group of Vegas.
Ooh.
So like a group of like 10 to 15 BMWs all getting lunch together, going out for a drive. Really cool. Got to see a JDM group all together. There was like really nicely modified S2000, Supra. There was a couple of Skylines. Honestly, the Vegas car scene can dig it.
Really?
Yeah. There was, let's see, so going down the strip, there was a Porsche GT3 RS. There was Lamborghini Huracan, all sorts of stuff. So you know what? The Vegas car scene, all right.
How often were you seeing cars down the strip, like supercars running down the strip?
It wasn't like the main car, but it was, you could hear them.
Okay.
Relatively often. I'd say about as often as you see them here. So often.
Oh, okay. No, during SEMA, it was every other group of cars.
Not
supercar was in it.
I would say not during non-SEMA time.
Okay.
Yeah, I would imagine SEMA time is like 1 out of every 3 cars is a supercar.
It wasn't that, yeah, but if the group of lights, right, the cluster of cars that are at each light, every other one of those had something in it.
Wasn't quite that much.
Okay.
No. But while we were out there, I did get the opportunity to drive a car that my buddy rented, and it was a Ford F-150 Raptor.
Ooh.
I will give a quick little review of the Raptor.
All right. Is this the one?
This is the actual car I drove, yes.
Okay.
So it is not stock, as you can see. It has method race wheels, off-road wheels. It has an off-road aftermarket front bumper with rigid off-road lights, which are brighter than the sun. It's sick.
It's a good setup.
So
it looks like a very good setup.
Yeah, honestly, really cool.
Yeah.
Let me quickly run you through the specs of that model year Raptor. So that would have been somewhere around a 2019-ish. It actually has, it's got a V6 in it. It's got a twin-turbo V6, so it's not a V8.
Right, not the Raptor R.
Correct. That has not come out yet. Well, in this time.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that is not... People are just now getting deliveries for Raptor Rs.
Right.
So the regular Raptor. This has a slightly detuned version of the exact same engine in the Ford GT.
Ooh.
That's that turbo V6.
That's cool.
Yeah. It doesn't make the best noise, but it makes a lot of it. Just like the Ford GT. You remember the Ford GT?
Oh, I remember.
Did it make the best noise in the paddock?
Oh, no. It was known as the fart machine in IMSA racing.
Okay. It is the fart machine of a truck.
All right.
But did it make a lot of it?
Yep.
Yes, it did. Was it fast? Yes, it was.
Weird, distinct noise, yes.
The Ford Raptor.
All right.
I started to get a little addicted to the noise of it, though.
Really?
Driving, it was kind of like, it just is obnoxious. So that's why I liked it.
It's an odd one.
Yeah, it was obnoxious. So the truck, I don't know if it was stock in terms of tuning, if it had maybe an aftermarket ECU tune on it, or exhaust, or headers, or something. But it stock came with 450 horsepower.
Solid.
510 pound-feet of torque.
Very good.
Yep. It weighed about, let's see, well, you can tow 6,000 pounds with it. It weighed almost 6,000 pounds.
Okay.
So it could tow about its weight. It has a 10-speed automatic.
That's a lot of speed.
It has paddle shifters in a truck.
Oh, brother.
And you bet your ass I was using them.
Oh, brother.
I got to drive it in just outside of Vegas where this picture was taken. This is the actual truck. It's a state park called Valley of Fire.
Huh.
And the road leading in and out of Valley of Fire is a very twisty, windy, curvy, up and down road.
Perfect.
I was having a ball with this thing.
Was it pavement or gravel?
Pavement.
Okay.
Yeah, pavement. Now, we did get a little gravel, but that's not to be discussed.
Okay.
It was a rental, after all. But honestly, I am addicted to this thing.
Really?
It's so ridiculous that I can't not have one.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
It's just the most obnoxious thing ever.
I think it's every other week. You're like, I must have this.
I have to have a Raptor now. It is so surprisingly quick for a 6,000 pound thing.
Yeah.
I stood in it and I was like, God damn, we are screaming. And I'm in a truck. I went for an overtake around one car that was behind two. And I kind of went, oh, I'll just take them all. I kind of put my foot in it and it just went. And it's you're driving a truck. It's a truck. It shouldn't do that. But it does so ridiculously.
How was the body roll?
Well, of course it's body roll. It's a truck.
Yeah,
what do you expect? It's tuned for off-road racing.
Right. So it leaned pretty good whenever you put it through a corner.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Well, the whole point of it is to lean, right? You slide the thing around. It just, oh my God.
I'm sure it was a blast to drive.
I am addicted to just how the lunacy of the thing.
Yeah.
You put your foot in it. It's a truck. It should not move like this. It defies the laws of physics. I don't understand it.
Wait till you get an F-150 Lightning.
But that doesn't make noise like this.
No.
The ridiculousness that is the Ford F-150 Raptor is hard not to love. Even you would love it.
Oh, I'm sure I'd have a blast driving this. It'd be amazing to drive off-road, too.
Yeah, if I could get like proper off-road, we would have, but we couldn't get to off-road. Like you can see there's a little bit of dirt and gravel there, but nothing crazy. But I mean, honestly, again, I go back to it. We would go around a corner and there'd be like a little sports car in front of us and they're like, what is this thing doing behind me? And then all of a sudden they were doing 38 and 35 and then here comes a Raptor past them at Mach 2.
Perfect.
It doesn't make sense, this thing.
No, this truck doesn't make sense at all. But everyone loves it because it doesn't make sense.
And it's amazing.
Yeah.
And I got to admit, it's really comfortable to drive.
Is it?
It's really comfortable to drive. Because, let's be honest, if there's something gone wrong in front of you, what does it matter? You just go over them.
Right. Just run it over.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
The drone really wasn't that bad out of the exhaust. Like, it was driving on the highway. It wasn't like, just screaming at you. It's the car. I must have one of these in my life at some point.
You're going to have a lot of cars.
I am gonna. And
you have to have 911s, Raptors, BMWs, Lamborghini. You're a mess.
I am. My ultimate daily has now become a Raptor.
It was just a BMW last podcast.
Yes, but I'll tow my race car with the Raptor.
Okay. All right.
It's so good.
I think this is a way better car for you than a BMW. Or truck.
Really?
Yeah, this suits you so much better.
Why?
Because you're not the pompous BMW driver. You're an off-road maniac.
It looks like so much. It's so much fun. Again, the Raptor, I don't understand it. And I don't understand the human being I become when I drive one. I can feel myself morphing.
I think that's the point of that vehicle.
It's perfect. So good. I can't wait for you to drive a Raptor at some point because you're going to get in it and you're going to stand it and you're going to think, why is this going faster than everything else on the road?
Right.
I don't understand. Again, getting on the highway, I kind of gave it a bit and it just was gone.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I love the Ford Raptor. I have fallen in love with it.
Was that the only thing that you drove there?
I also drove a kind of crummy Ford Escape, but that's irrelevant to everything. But the Ford Raptor, my unbiased review of it is that it's amazing and I need one.
All right. Oh, yeah.
It's obnoxious and ridiculous and quite easy to park, surprisingly.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Cool.
I'm a fan. I must buy one.
Heck yeah.
I must have one.
Well, while you were out and about, did you see anything that was car spot worthy?
I did. I saw two things. I saw one car that we never see because we can't buy it. Like legally, you're not allowed to buy it here.
But you saw it in Vegas?
Ooh, yeah, it makes you wonder. It was a Volkswagen Polo.
You saw a Polo in Vegas?
I did.
What?
Do you know where the Polo is sold?
Europe.
And?
Germany?
Viva la Mexico!
Oh.
Really? Nevada is very close to Mexico, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, it was a Volkswagen Polo with Mexico plates.
Oh, okay.
They were on a road trip from somewhere in Mexico.
That's neat.
Yeah, I passed it, and I was like, oh my God, it's a Polo! It's so small, and so economical, and so odd, and I never see one because we live in America, and they're not sold here, and oh my God, it's a Polo!
That's the most you car spot to freak out over something. That would be like me freaking out over some old Chrysler Maserati thing.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, Polo, oh my God. Everybody in Europe's like, oh my God, not the Prius of Europe.
It's the stupidest car that's ever been created ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So real quick, let me give you some facts and figures about the Volkswagen Polo. Max power, 75 brake horsepower. Baby. Yeah. You get a 1 liter petrol, or you can get, I think you can also get a 1.5 liter TDI. I believe I saw the base model, so this would have most likely been the 1 liter petrol engine.
1 liter? Oh boy.
Not a lot of liters. 999 cc's, yes. You get 95 newton meters of torque, which now I'm going to do the conversion. Let's see. That gives you,
you need foot-pounds.
See,
right.
95, was it 90 foot-pounds?
I don't know. It was 95.
Let's see.
Newton meters. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. Regardless,
it is 70 some odd foot-pounds.
Yikes.
Not a lot. So you don't get a lot of torques. Yeah, that's about it.
What a machine.
A
front-wheel drive, under 100 horsepower, small Volkswagen that is
I can't believe I saw one.
All the off-the-shelf parts they could pull together to make the cheapest vehicle possible. Great. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. I saw a Polo.
That's a cool spot.
Yeah. And it's one of those where if you don't know what you're looking at, it's just a stupid little cheap Econo shitbox. But
right.
Look at it. It's a Polo.
Oh, we never see them.
Yeah, it's because you can't.
It's always fun to go to other countries and see the normal or beat up old cars that we never get to see, and that's this situation.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, it's a thing. It's a Seat or a Skoda or something. Mm-hmm. So that's one of my spots. But my spot of the week does come from something I did see whilst in, that would be Nevada, technically Nevada and or Arizona.
Right.
Because it was actually on the line.
Where were you at?
I actually saw it crossing the state line. The Hoover Dam.
Oh. You were at the big Hoover Dam.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've been there. And the setup for that is interesting, isn't it? There's like a big highway.
Yep.
Right? And then like right on the other side, there's like a wall. Right on the other side of the wall is the pedestrian bridge where everybody can go walk and look at the Hoover Dam. But when you're going across it in the highway, you can't really see it unless you're up really, really high.
Yeah.
In a super tall vehicle. But then they like weave you down. Did you go down to the little visitor area?
All the way down.
Right.
Drove on the Hoover Dam, like on the actual dam. Yeah.
We never drove it, but we saw other people doing that. That's cool.
Yeah. But man, the Hoover Dam is such a marvel of engineering.
It really is. It's big.
It's just. Did you walk it when you were there?
No.
So standing on it as a human, I mean, we were looking around going, holy shit, this is way bigger than you think it actually is. Like, it's not, you see it from pictures like, oh, wow, it's big. But then you actually stand on it, it's like, it's tall. And what's really, really scary, there's no, like, catch fencing on the walls.
Nope.
So if I really, really, really wanted to, I could have had the slide of my life sliding down the Hoover Dam.
It's around 726 feet. That's tall, dude.
Yeah, standing at the top looking down. And I did one of the stereotypical things where I was like, hello. It's just
cool.
Wild. But the car I saw driving on the Hoover Dam, actually, I heard it first, and then I saw it. And I was like, oh, that's not a Volkswagen Polo, I hear. What is that? It was a McLaren 720S.
Oh.
But no ordinary 720S. So you know how I freak out about colors?
Oh, yeah. You have a thing for colors.
Yes, this is a special colored 720S. This would be an MSO Paris Blue. So MSO is kind of like McLaren's version of PTS, or paint to sample.
I thought it was the sheriff's office.
I know, Manatee Sheriff's Office.
Yeah.
Now, MSO actually stands for, are you ready for this? McLaren Special Operations.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that.
That's way better than our sheriff's department, I'll tell you that.
I like that a lot.
That's good.
McLaren Special Operations.
That's good.
Yeesh.
And then the paint color? Okay.
It was a McLaren MSO Paris Blue.
That's a good name for a paint.
I don't think I've actually seen a Paris Blue one before. And this is the color one we're looking at right now is Paris Blue. It looked almost identical to that spec. And that is a very special looking version of a 720S. That doesn't look like a regular 720S in that color.
No.
With those wheels, that it was like exactly that spec pretty well.
I like that.
Really, normally a 720S doesn't really stand out to me. I'm almost just numb to them. I see them so often. But that color, that MSO Paris Blue with those wheels, I
like that more than the papaya orange, to be honest.
I do too.
Yeah. And that's like the default McLaren good-looking orange.
Yeah, this Paris Blue is hot. It is hot.
And you saw it at the Hoover Dam.
I saw it at the Hoover Dam. Yeah. And I was like,
cool.
What is that? What are you? And I saw it like, driving by. I was like, oh, that's really, really good.
That's a good car spot.
So that's my spot of the week. The MSO Paris Blue McLaren 720S in both Arizona and Nevada.
At the same time.
Yes.
It's funny.
Yes. So,
that's solid.
Did you happen to see anything?
I did. I saw generic supercar in Sarasota. But I'm going to get your take because there's 3 of them that I saw. Okay. And I want to know which one you would rather have.
Are they all kind of like same, but different?
Sort of. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So first one that I saw was this. It was an Audi R8. It is your dentist supercar. It was in this blue. I don't know what the exact color of the blue is, but it also had the carbon. I think it was carbon. It was either black or carbon stripe on the side. Okay. A solid spec with silver wheels, just like that. I think it was one of the V10s, one of the newer models. So.
Yep. The current ones are only V10s. They don't make V8s anymore. Yep.
Right. Very good looking, but it is an Audi R8. So, next, black on black Lamborghini Huracan with, I believe it had orange rotors, not red rotors.
Okay.
So, clean. This Huracan is not an Evo. It's not an SVJ. Just which model is this?
This would be the LP610-4, denoting the 4, denoting all 4 wheels being driven, all-wheel drive.
Kind of the generic one, to be honest.
Yeah, pretty well.
Yeah. And then we saw a very generic 458 or 488 Italia, a Ferrari.
Yes,
in the red
GTB, yes.
with the silver wheels.
Okay.
So, of the 3, which, to be honest, you can see all 3 of these in one day if you just hang out downtown Sarasota, no problem. Which would you take?
In those particular specs, or do I get to pick the spec?
Those specs.
In those specs. Ooh. See, that's tough.
I want your opinion first because I don't want to bias you in any way.
That's tough because my heart says go with the Audi or Lamborghini because of the naturally aspirated V10.
Okay.
I love the sound of it. I love the fact that it's pure, but then my head goes, look at the beautifulness that is the 488 GTB in red with the silver wheels, and it has that long-standing Ferrari heritage.
Mm-hmm.
If it was a different color with silver wheels, I would pick the Lamborghini. But if it's black on black, I say no. That, to me, is the most boring spec you can possibly buy in a supercar.
I completely agree. This one's already out for me.
I hate that spec so much. It's so boring and bland. I just don't like it. If that was like orange with silver wheels, I'd probably pick it.
Yes, but it's not.
Black on black, throw it away.
Okay, so that narrows it down. R8 or Ferrari 488.
Do I go with the Ferrari 488 GTB because it's a Ferrari and it's red and it's got silver wheels and it just looks correct? Or do I go with the Audi because it's got a natural aspirated V10 and more cylinders, just more winning?
Right. Do you want to blend in? Because the R8 really blends in. In this spec
in that
particularly.
Color? You think so?
I do think it does. I saw it going the other way in traffic, and I was like, it was an R8, but like, it's an R8. Or do you want people taking photos of your car in the parking lot? Because that's what will happen with the red Ferrari. But the people who will be taking the photos will not be the car enthusiasts like us. They will be the girl modeling on Instagram with the car in the background. Right?
You're not wrong.
It won't be the proper car people. Do you want to blend in or have your car on Instagram with
It's so hard for me to choose because they're kind of... I think I would go with the Ferrari. Just because I want to see the Tifosi win some F1.
Well, Audi is trying to get into F1.
No. Just no.
All right. Lamborghini's out.
Yeah.
It's a no-go. Between the two, I have to agree.
You pick the R8, don't you?
I have to agree with you. Ooh. I cannot go R8. It blended in so well with traffic, I almost didn't see it.
And that's part of my issue.
Yeah.
The R8 is... Let's not dispute this. The R8 is the better car.
It actually is.
It is the better car. But is it the car you'd buy? No.
Is it the car I would see in the garage and go, yeah, I have a supercar? No. No, I have a bigger Audi TT. Great. Awesome.
Thank you. That's the problem with the Audi R8. We've talked about it before. It is the better car to most cars.
Right.
It is just on paper, yes, it is better. But when you look at it, does it give you that, I love this?
This does.
The Ferrari just does that better than the Audi to me.
Yep.
It just kind of does.
And you know, me and you love a 430, and this has the heritage
evolved
there.
From that.
Yep, you can see it. You can see it.
Yeah, I'm going with the 488 GTB.
I agree.
I just am.
So those were the most generic car spots I've had in a long time. But an interesting debate nonetheless.
But for people in many other places, those would be like lifetime spots of the life.
I know. I feel bad saying that.
We're so spoiled here.
We really are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Let's wrap this up with the I Wish They Would Have. Do you have one?
I do. And it has to do with car dealers.
Oh, boy.
It has to do with some shadiness of car dealers.
Oh, there's plenty of that.
Oh, there's a lot of that.
There's plenty.
So there's a car dealer just north of us, which I'm not going to name, that just bought out another car dealer.
I think I know who you're talking about.
If you're in the dealer space, you probably do. Mm-hmm. And the dealer that this new dealer bought out, the old dealer, had taken deposits for some performance sports cars. Let's put it that way. $50,000, $100,000 deposit. So proper money. Not like you reserve a Cybertruck for like $100.
Okay.
But like proper money. So the old dealer took these deposits on these performance sports cars. New dealer buys out the old dealer. New dealer now says, you put this $100,000 deposit down. I don't care. Your car just got delivered. I'm going to sell it for $30,000 on top. to someone else because someone else will pay me the other extra 30 grand over.
Got delivered to the dealer.
Mm-hmm. And your car that you just put $100,000 deposit on, poof, gone, goodbye.
I'm sure you get the money back, but still.
I hope you do.
Yeah.
But I wish it was like illegal to do that.
Shouldn't it be? I don't know.
I'm a capitalist at heart, so make money, right? But that's just scummy business practice.
That's got to be very dependent on how the contract is written between the two parties there. But that is fascinating.
Like, you go to buy your dream car, right? You put your $40,000 deposit down. They say, yep, your car will be here in 18 months. Within that 18 months, the dealer that you just bought the car from to put your deposit down gets bought out by another dealer. Your car gets delivered 18 months later. You ring the dealer and say, hey, buddy, you got my sports car? And they say, no, we just sold it for a $50,000 markup.
Oof.
Sorry, about your luck, dude. I wish it was like properly illegal to do that.
I feel like they should be getting in trouble for that. I don't know how they're not, but that is some shady dealership practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and I've heard that the purchasing dealer has done some more shady stuff as well. It's not the only thing I've heard from them. So won't say any names.
Naming names.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my wish that would have. So.
All right.
Do you have one?
You want to hear?
Yep.
Okay. I wish that when you went to your Porsche dealer and you went to go buy your Cayman, right? Because you need a Cayman. You need a Raptor. You need a BMW. You need a Cayman. You need a 911. You need a lot of cars in your life. Okay?
I do.
It's one of them. When you go to buy your Cayman, they say, oh, yeah, we'll have your Cayman ready next week. It's getting done up right now. It's final prep, right?
Okay.
But they say, oh, Mr. Michael, by the way, would you like to go to the back room and try our racing simulator?
I thought you were going to say go to the back room and try or something else. Whoa.
No. Well, we have a racing simulator back there. Full motion. Good to go, right? Big sim. You can go back there, drive whatever car you want on it for free right now. No problem. You essentially test drive the car, right? Why don't they have that?
Because that's... I don't know. Because that just makes people stay in the dealer too long without filtering new customers in.
Would it?
I don't know. Would it?
I think it could work for certain manufacturers. I think for Porsche, work well.
For Kia?
No.
Yes, drive your Kia Soul around a track. Feel the body roll and the awful brakes.
If you were buying a Boxer or a Cayman and you could go to the dealer and they let you drive a GT3 RS on a racetrack with a full motion rig, you do it.
Well, of course I would.
Yeah.
But would the buyer of those cars do it?
I think the buyers of the Cayman and the Boxer would.
Think the buyer of the 911 would?
No.
No? You don't think the buyer of a base 911 would want to drive the GT3 RS on track?
Actually, you're right. Anybody, a 911 person, I think would love to drive a GT3
A Macan buyer?
Yeah, I think they would.
A Cayenne buyer? Taycan buyer?
Probably not the wife, but the guy, I'm sure.
I see your point. I do kind of like that idea.
In theory, you could drive any car on any track with the right sim setup and the right software.
Which brands would that work the best for? Which brands would that work the least for?
I think it goes by performance hierarchy.
Okay, so you think the lower performance cars, they don't care, like Nissan Altima, like, Hyundai,
Toyota,
Palisades, and things like that.
I think that the higher the performance brand, the more enthused they would be about that.
So Toyota, Nissan, Toyota Corolla GR,
no,
Supra,
no, because you could just go drive those around outside. I think that they would have the
so
car
it also has to do
on
a
the
dollar
lot.
amount too.
What?
Dollar amount too.
Yes.
Okay.
Or rarity? I don't know.
That's better. Yeah, maybe
right.
rarity. Okay, so Porsche, you think that could work?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Lexus, maybe? Jag or Audi? You think Audi? Audi R8.
R8s?
Yeah. And BMWs, like M3s.
I'm sure not all Audi dealers have R8s sitting on the lot right now.
Okay.
Yep.
Ferraris.
Yeah. Lambos.
Do you think you get to a point where it's too exotic, where they don't care?
I think so. I think at McLaren and Ferrari and Lamborghini, it's like
Who cares?
Just go take one out. Just go drive one. Okay. We have 1 million of them on the lot. Go drive one.
Got it.
Yeah.
But Chevrolet could work with the Corvette Z06.
Yeah.
Okay. I see your point. I can dig it.
A decent number of manufacturers could provide that and have it utilized correctly.
I like that idea.
It's not for everyone, but it's an idea.
I like that.
Yeah. Solid. I think that wraps it up, buddy.
Cool. So you got nothing else? I got nothing else.
No.
All right. That's going to wrap us up for episode 175. If you're listening on audio, please leave us a 5-star rating and a review on your platform of choice. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, please do hit subscribe, drop a thumbs up, and leave a comment on the video. Let us know of the 3 supercars, the Audi R8, the Ferrari 488, and the Lamborghini Huracan. Which one would you pick? And why would it be the Ferrari? Don't forget to follow us on social. Facebook is We Are Auto. Instagram is We Are Auto _. YouTube is We Are Auto. And our website is weareauto.io, where you go to catch some of your favorite past races. So thanks again. Catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.